can still be successful by, like you said, be loyal to yourself. So I think that's a big change. And that but now I want to talk about the South by Southwest. It's exhibitions, festivals, tech talks. You're going to be part of this. This will be in Austin, March 11. Tell me a little bit of what you're going to be talking about and why it's important to have these types of platforms, because there's a certain people that go there and that listen to you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be speaking on March 17th. And yeah, I think you're right. The festival's March 11th through 20th or 21st or something.
Okay, you speak March 17th.
Yeah, it started as a music festival. And then they added a little bit more around art and technology and those sorts of things. But it is sort of a gathering of like the elite in a way, like the people that do have more influence and control and aren't always doing the best job of it. But just like you're saying, there's hope because people are starting to organize. People are starting to be more loyal to themselves, to their family, to their fellow worker, and all those sorts of things. And so I think it's a chance for me to basically share with the group all the lessons I learned from taking a company that had a very unfair wage structure and making the wage structure more fair to the workers, giving more of the value to the people that were actually creating the value, and the opportunity to present how well that worked. I think it gives ammunition to young people and old people and everybody to go back to their employers and say, hey, why aren't you doing this? And it might not convince every single employer to change, but I think it'll convince some of the employers to change. And I think it will put pressure on the employers to make it right. Because if there's anything that we've learned from the last 40 years of the history of the United States and even the world, it's that the people with the money and power, they won't give it up for free. They won't give it up easily. And so we need to get this information out, unite around it together and really try to create that pressure on those decision makers to do better and do the right thing and accept these obvious solutions to the problems that will not only make that business more successful, but more importantly, will make the people that actually created and grew and added value for that business, it'll make them more successful and more free and, better in a better position to just have a happy and healthy life.
Right. But the reality is that you're very vocal with putting politicians in check and companies in check. Are you trying to get into politics? Are you trying to open more companies? What is the future for you?
I mean, the reality is I'm just saying what everyone else knows already and is already saying. So I don't think I'm saying anything all that, revolutionary. The only reason it's revolutionary is just because of my position and the fact that, we expect so little from people like me and people in my position. So, for me, I'm loving running my company and I like, participating in the conversation with people in person and live events, social media, just at the coffee shop or whatnot. So I'm just going to continue to just be honest and try to learn as much as I can and, see what happens from there. But I don't have any kind of plans to make any major changes anytime soon.
That I have is on the topic of mental health. People kind of wanted to find their happiness and they started feeling a void and an emptiness and fulfillment. A lot of people think that happiness is something that they haven't achieved. And for example, they look at the CEOs making millions of dollars and they think once I reach that, then I will be happy. From your point of view, where you got to a point where a lot of people don't get to be, basically, can have anything I want. This is the life that I wanted. We can see that you didn't really feel fulfillment and happiness 100% because you noticed that you had to make some changes to make others happy too. And I think that made you even happier. Can you tell me, comment a little bit about that?
Yeah, there is some nuance to it because whoever said money can't buy happiness was a rich person. like somebody with no money would never say that, because actually you do need money, because a lack of money destroys your happiness. It makes you stressed. It makes you depressed. Actually, giving money to people that don't have enough is the #1 antidepressant in the world. It's more effective than any other form of antidepressant. Just the simple fact of giving money to those in need will make them feel better and feel happier. But what's also true is once you get enough money, having more doesn't make you happy. So somebody that's already making $200,000 a year, if they get a $10,000 raise, it won't make them happier. But somebody making $60,000 a year, if they get a raise to $70,000, it absolutely will make them happier. So that $10,000 is more valuable, and it's a better stimulus for the economy, and it's healthier. Everything's better if you give it to the workers that are actually doing the work and creating the value. Our economy is designed to give it to the people on top where it has no benefit. And I experienced that firsthand because when I was making $1 million a year, I was not feeling any more fulfilled. I just didn't have the stress that went with money. But when I took a pay cut and all of a sudden I was making $70,000 a year, I was even happier then because I had enough still. You know, I had enough to maintain my lifestyle and do the things that I wanted to do. Plus, I was working in an environment where other people also had that. So that was extremely fulfilling. So it's absolutely false that money doesn't buy happiness, but it's true that rich people and greedy people are going to be miserable no matter what.